At this point, I'm assuming you know what trading is and how it works. Now, the question is when to trade Forex, right? So, the first paragraph of the app says, with the Forex market being open 24 hours a day, a week, right? You can trade Forex market anytime, right? But what you need to understand is, as much as the market is open 24 hours a day, Monday to Friday, it is not always volatile. What do I mean by that? The market moves up and down, and it can move sideways. Flat market, right? How you make money or lose money is when the market either moves up or moves down. When the market is flat in a sideways trend, there's no money there. Okay. So how do you then understand or know when is the best time to trade? Because again, you can trade 24 hours a day, but it does not mean that the market will always be in ups and down movements. Okay. Then we talk about, that's where then I start talking about session, London session, New York session, then you have your Tokyo session. What is that? What do I mean by sessions? The question is, where are the biggest banks in the world? Remember, earlier on we said, who are the biggest players in the Forex market? The banks, the financial institutions. Those are the biggest banks, the players in the Forex market. Where are they? Where are the biggest banks in the world? I'm sure you've heard somewhere on the news talking about the G7. What is G7? The top 7 world developed countries. That's where we get our biggest banks in the world. And these big banks, the G7, are the most that trade big figures, right? So when I talk about London session, New York session, Tokyo session, this basically boils down to around those G7. For example, New York session, I'm talking about the bank of what? What do you call it? The Federal Bank. That's in New York. That's a US dollar. That's US dollar. London session, I'm talking about euro. Tokyo session, I'm talking about Japanese yen, right? We're gonna talk about this, or you're gonna see all of this when we cover in the course, and you'll see it in action, whereby you can see what happens when the market is not volatile. What happens volatile, basically, it's market moving up and down. When it's not volatile, that's when the market is flat. So I'll show you actually within the course what happens or how it happens, show you the time. When I talk about the time, I mean, like, if you are in South Africa, Tokyo session, for example. We have London session, Tokyo session, New York session, right? What are those? Tokyo session, for example, starts at, I think it's 2 a.m. until 9 a.m. our time, South African time. What does that mean? It basically means that at 2 a.m. on our time, while we're sleeping in South Africa, in Tokyo, it's 8 a.m. They start in the day, right? Meaning the banks are opening, the companies are opening to trade for the day. So if you are trading and you're looking at the charts, what you'd like to do or what you want to do, if you will be trading, for example, at from 2 a.m. up until 9 a.m. in the morning, let's say you happen to not able to sleep at night around 2 a.m., 3 a.m., and you want to trade. When you look at the charts, you'd want to look at the charts of a session that's open, which is in this case from 2 a.m. up until 9 a.m. We understand that Tokyo session is open. So we'd want to play around within Japanese yen currency, because Japanese yen's currency, they are trading that side. The markets are open, the businesses are open. It's in the morning. What does that mean is there will be some activities on the market if you're looking, for example, at Euro JPY, GBP JPY, Audi JPY, anything that has a currency of the session that's open. If you're trading maybe, let's say, Euro USD during Tokyo session, in that case, the market won't be volatile. You're trading Euro session, I mean, you're you're trading euro, which is euro falls under European session, which euro session starts at 9 a.m. and ends at 4 p.m. our time. So if you're trading euro USD at 3 a.m. our time, understand that euro in Europe they're sleeping. They're not trading at that time. USD they are not trading at that time. Who's trading at 3 a.m.? Anything that has to do with Japanese yen, right? I hope that makes sense. This will make more sense in the course though. But what I'm trying to to highlight here is that market is open 24 hours a day. Yes, you can trade the forex market any time of day. Yes, but the market is not always volatile every single time. And when the market is not volatile, what you want to do is just step away from the charts. You want to trade the market that's volatile. Okay, depending on the type of trading that you're doing. If you're scalping, yes. If you're intraday trading, definitely. But if you swing trade, it does not matter because with swing trade, your trade is going to run throughout, you know, a couple of days. But I'll explain that when I talk about different types or different styles of trading. Don't worry about that. Also on holidays, that's not the that's not the best day to trade. If it's a holiday, maybe New York on a Wednesday, and then it's not the best thing to trade USD, Euro USD, whatever USD it is during New York session. Okay, so that's about it from this topic. Chapter 6, when to trade. You want to trade when the market is volatile. You want to trade within a session of the currency that you'll be trading. Okay, cool. See you in the next chapter.